Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 2/3. The Eagles video was supposed to be episode 2, but for whatever reason, I recorded it just like I do everything else, and it came out pitch black. No video, no audio, nothing. And unfortunately, there were some major updates that I gave in that I'm going to have to give here. And the other unfortunate thing is, I recorded season stats up to that point, and I didn't do it for this video because it was back-to-back weeks. So if you want to see season stats, you'll have to wait and check it out in the next video tomorrow. Now, I do have to give you some unfortunate news. I did not have much money to work with this season as far as re-signing people, and Myles Garrett and Benji Mentor were free agents, or their contracts were expiring. Now, both of them are worth the money that they're asking for. I'm not going to deny that. But I also have to say that they're not going to be worth that money long term. And they both wanted long-term contracts. Myles Garrett is 33 this year. He wanted a 3-year contract at $20 million a year. I couldn't afford that without crippling the team, especially in the future. Maybe if it was a 1-year deal, I'd be more than happy to do that, but it just wouldn't have worked out long term. So I had to make the tough decision to trade him away. That way I at least get something back for him. So I did trade Myles Garrett and a 5th-round pick this year to Indianapolis for their 1st-round pick next year. Unfortunately, because of his age, nobody really wanted him, despite the fact that he's one of the most dominant players in the league still. But because of his age, I had a hard time finding someone to take him. So I sent him away, got a 1st-round pick next year from Indianapolis. Benji Mentor is the other guy that was expensive. He wanted $17 million a year and a 5-year contract. He's 29, so a 5-year contract would have put him at 34 years old by the end of it, and at that point he wouldn't be worth $17 million. Maybe this next year and then the year after that, maybe he'd be worth the $14 million or the $17 million, but after that, it would be a massive difference between what he's worth and what he's getting paid. I tried offering him a short-term contract, and he wanted nothing to do with it, so I had to also send him away. Now, he was in higher demand. I sent Benji Mentor, right tackle Zach Butler, who was a backup right tackle, and a 4th-round pick this year to New Orleans for their 1st-round pick this year and next year. So I got 2 1st-round picks for Benji Mentor, essentially. And then sending those 2 away allowed me to re-sign Marcus Charleston to a 7-year, $57 million contract. So not only did I get 3 1st-round picks for Myles Garrett and Benji Mentor, along with a couple other picks from the person that I sent away, but mainly Myles Garrett and Benji Mentor. I got 3 1st-round picks and enough cap room to be able to sign a cornerback that's probably going to end up being our number 1 cornerback within the next year or 2. It's sad to see Myles and Benji go. They were huge parts of the team. Meant a lot to the team, and not having them is going to hurt a lot. But things like this happen in the NFL because of the salary cap. And as much as I wanted Myles Garrett to retire with the team, he's just going to have to go somewhere else, unfortunately. Manny Russell is going to play left end, and then our rookie, I can't think of his name right now, but he's going to be playing right end for us, and then Oscar, I think his name is Oscar Blackwell. Our defensive tackle is going to be the defensive tackle, and that's our line. So our line is a little weak. Our middle linebacker is actually pretty decent. He's the guy that we've had for years. He's going to step into the number 1 role, but we kind of don't have that number 2 to step in. We're playing a number 3 guy as our number 2, so we're going to be hurting there. And then we still don't have a good strong safety to fill in for Derwin James. So Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to be a little weak on defense this year, and it's going to hurt us. But still do the best that we can, and then focus the next 2 years on rebuilding our defense. With that said, it's time to get to the game. I'm going to take you right up to kickoff. So enjoy episode 2/3 against the Washington football team.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington will take over.
Out comes Washington here offensively, and their man under center, Dwayne Haskins, the number 15 pick out of Ohio State in 2019.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get him in?
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 58 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
His throw incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. About 3 yards there to the 27.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
The tackle.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Looking for the corner, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
It's nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
First down and
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. And what a big-time play there. 46 yards.
first down.
For a quarterback, there's 2 sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Schwartz. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
It leads to
Throwing again, Schwartz. And this one's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Schwartz's pass complete to number 85. Touchdown.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and we are tied at 7.
Mike back.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over.
He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
To throw on 2nd down. Swartz. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get 4 there, now to about the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a walk.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Schwartz. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A run for Nick Chubb, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
I don't know what the heck
So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Well, they work this well upfield across the 45.
1st and 10.
23 yards on the play. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown ground. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
4 yards. First down, Oklahoma City.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied, 14-14.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Swartz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard.
He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Caught by number 11. 24.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun. Schwartz. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Throwing again on second and 10. Schwartz. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
In order for a screen pass to break big,
and it's caught. Touchdown.
Schwartz's pass complete to number 8.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive goes 8 plays.
Washington, 14.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever. Vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that line you love? What's that line? Four verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
At the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's
from the gun on 3rd down. Schwartz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Schwartz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they finally put an end to this return. And now throws all the way down to the 37. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second.
From the 22, Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And 2.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he is into the end zone for the Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
11 yards there, 1st down.
First down, Oklahoma City.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Chubb. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of...
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Schwartz throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Schwartz's pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
25. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Badgley able to punch this one through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
Washington 21.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Brings up
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schwartz. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw. Schwartz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Oklahoma City.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Throwing on first down. Schwartz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Nighthawks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Schwartz. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Schwartz is
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up in Orchard Park. Denver heading east to take on Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon with a touchdown run. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. The Bears trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
They run again on first down. Chubb busts through the tackle. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
To throw on second down, Schwartz. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Schwartz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to number 86. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun. Schwartz. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
To number 83.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 8.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Chubb. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, Schwartz. And that would be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Nighthawks 24. Washington 21.
Possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Haskins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 28-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
That's good for Washington.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
At the 7.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Terry McLaurin.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Second and goal.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
And goal.
Pressure now. He's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Matt Patricia here on fourth down, sending out the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 24 all.
24-24.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Swartz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
to number 85.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
First down, Oklahoma City.
On the ground, it's Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And again, it's Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Three tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. From the gun, Schwartz. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over. Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
A give. This is Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Swartz. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Schwartz's pass.
An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to take the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Badgley on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
Washington, 24.
Mike following the touchdown. Badgley out there to kick it away. To the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on the 19-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. For Kenner here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
36-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Complete to number 19. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
24.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Haskins going to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 49.
to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
6-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
1st and 10. At their own 16.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Haskins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, and you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Schwartz. That's out to Chubb, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Third down and the 11.
On third down, Schwartz. Hard throw, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 20.
To throw again on second down. Haskins toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
To the sideline.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
First down, Washington. Haskins finding McLaurin.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Haskins back to the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
To number 85.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard
From midfield now, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
1st and 10.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And blocked down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now Haskins on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. 2nd and 11 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Tackle made.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
3rd down.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Washington, 31.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And so with that win, that puts it at 9 wins. That should be enough to get into the playoffs. So that's a little bit of a close race going on the stretch here. So we have 2 games left. One more win, I guaranteed we're in the playoffs. We're probably safe as it is. You can tell the big difference between not having Myles Garrett and Benji Mentor and the way we were before. I mean, we were just dominant before. You can really tell that we're just getting shredded by teams now. So we'll have to see how this the rest of the season goes once we get into the playoffs, and then go from there and start that rebuild when we get the off season. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.